Psychosocial. 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 And the limits of the dead. 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 We give the fascist lie. I tried to tell you what. Psychosocial. More hearts are giving out. Psychosocial. Can't stop the disease in the deer. Psychosocial. It's of its season. Since it's what you want. Psychosocial. Not the only one. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. The limits of the dead. 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 Fake anti-fascist lie. Psychosocial. I tried to tell you, but psychosocial. Your hearts are giving out. Psychosocial. It's a killing idea. Psychosocial. It's hunting season. Psychosocial. That's what you want. Psychosocial. I'm not the only one, and the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. And the rain will kill us all. We throw ourselves against the wall, but no one else can see the preservation of the moderate me. The limits of the dead. The limits of the dead.
Time to give it everything you've got, mate. Full send. Yellow flag. Be careful.
going on there? There we go. Yeah, I have been quiet lately. I was literally just saying. Have you noticed how quiet the views have been recently? And it's because I've been quiet. And then, like, the last thing that I even kind of, like, got heated about was the other day. And it was kind of taking the piss, but it was kind of a promo. Like, just cutting sick on the bullshit with the game. And we went from barely 20 people watching to well over 30 people watching. And I've had a few things with a few people recently, like where I've said, it's hard to stay out of that mindset of, like, just cutting sick on everything when, like, and I've stressed this every time too when people tell me I'm nothing but negative. Like, yeah, where are you when it's good? And it's been good, but it's been quiet. And because I've been quiet, no one's watching. Like, it's this full double-edged sword, guys. Like it's almost boring. Like, me trying to be filtered, I might as well be fucking Rory Alexander. What's going on, Bondi? But it's been quiet. It's been very quiet because of it. The racing's been good. The community's been growing. The subs have been going up. But it's been so quiet. And I haven't been cutting sick. And it just, like, I defend myself with it every time. Like, that where are those people, like the people that say I'm only negative or that I only complain or that I'm always angry, where are they when shit's good? Where are they when I'm laughing? Where are they when I'm winning? Which is fucking 90% of the time. So, like, stuff like that, like, it's... And then I defend myself with, like, the... having an opinion. Well, it's because, well, fucking people seem to only care or even pay attention to what I'm saying when I'm lit up. If I'm happy, cheeched, chill, nonchalant, but I've been destroying myself over it recently and attacking myself and, like,
Strong result for the team.
like, basically trying to be someone else recently. Yeah, I think there's been plenty of laughs. Plenty of laughs, plenty of happy times, plenty of smiles and whatnot. I'm a mental cunt. I've got my own issues. It's hard to stay positive in life when I've got my own issues. But I think I deal with that well. But when it comes to the game even, I genuinely, like, even, and I've said it enough about the content that I put out, doesn't matter about how good it is or how funny it is or how well edited it is or anything, like any of that. It doesn't matter. If it's anything that's funny or enjoyable or positive, it does. I could put up 10 of those videos and they're not going to do a thing, but I put up one negative hit piece and it'll do thousands of views. And then the same thing can be said in the live lobbies. You know, like even the racing, I don't even think it's worth me racing good anymore.
Stay focused.
Like,
Take them off the line.
I think about this a lot, especially because of some of the other options that are out there. I don't even think it's worth me trying and racing well, or trying to race well and qualifying and trying to put on a good display of racing. I don't even think it's worth it anymore, because people only want to see me pissed off and upset and raging. But that's what I get attacked and criticised for too. So, like, I don't even think my effort to race well that matters or is cared about. Oh, that's harsh. Sorry, Nevs. Like, I genuinely... my effort to kind of be good on the track and bring together fast people, and then when I get fast people I get competitive and get chompy, and then I'll cop it for that too. But genuinely, I think the community building that we've done recently, there's been more people joining than fucking getting upset. I still have my clashes. I hate egotistical shit. As soon as ego comes into it, I kind of switch off from people. And then like half the people want to see me lit up and egotistical and cut and sick. And then the other half just want me to shut up and fucking drive. And I feel like that's all I've done recently, is just shut up and drive. And it still doesn't matter, like solid results, solid lobbies, solid drivers around me. But we only do well, viewership wise, if the game's doing shit. Or if I'm cutting sick on it. Or something stupid fucking happens in a lobby and I call someone a fuckwit. So, like, it's a full double-edged sword. And, like, when you're trying to still have fun but also chase numbers,
the fastest lap of anyone.
You definitely, if you're lit up, if you're pissed off, you're in a rant, and those numbers go up and up and up, you just keep going. You get lit up, you get carried away, the ego kicks in. But lately, because it's just been kind of quiet and boring, and then even when we're like having a laugh, like have a couple of people in the party, be having a laugh, having fun on the track, half as many people as when I'm pissed off. So I'd like, it's either hate watchers or I don't know. But I've been paying very close attention to it because we're like, the subs are going up, we're slowly dwindling up. I'm still being me, but I'm not going off. Even today, like Nordschleife, going off at myself. You know, I can never just switch off, and it's boring and quiet when I do. But yeah, I stand by it. Like it's hard to not be something that everyone accuses you of being, when that's all the people seem to care about in terms of the only thing that they actually see from me. There is no, you do this well, you do that well. It's just hyper focused on those moments of negativity. Or the moments where my ego gets in the way. Regardless of how many egos I have to deal with on a daily basis with people in the chat, people on the track. Yeah, 100% Orby. That's a pretty good way to put it. 100%. Like even that, you just try to be someone who tries to stream the game every day and keep your shit together with all the problems that it's had the whole way through. And then try to be that and have an actual fucking mental disorder. Severe depression, no income. So you try being happy-go-lucky. Oh, this is great. I love every day that I'm alive and breathing. When, yeah, like, you know, what you're dealing with is a fucking shit show. But that would be excuses. That would be, poor me, excuses. Oh, yeah, righto.
Yellow flag. Watch out for debris.
Racing hard, mate. These lines are already getting a bit silly on the defense.
What a race. That's P1, mate. P1.
What's going on, Tex? No worries, Simba. And no worries, Bondi. Give an early run. What's going on, Lansy? Oh, it's not even haters, bro. Like, haters are haters. There are the hate watch haters, but... Like, yeah, when it comes to... I think, even when it comes to mates or people that don't watch anymore or don't have anything to do with me, like... If they haven't seen my gradual decline over the last fucking year or so, even longer, and understood that and how I'm even still going... There's the first thing. But yeah, just trying to... I feel like I'm constantly having to... Like, when it comes to the negative stuff, like when I'm, in terms of when I'm accused of only being negative, I genuinely, like... The amount of times where I'm like, where are yous when I'm winning? Where are yous when it's happy? Where are yous when it's laughs? Like, and even that now, like, even the, when, you know, like I said, where I use when I'm winning. Well, that happens a lot. So it's like, like I said, I think that even the racing good isn't even worth it anymore. Like, in terms of me doing the best I can is me getting edgy, getting chompy. Me not caring, slapping, isn't as good either. Like, it's... I don't get anywhere, I don't learn anything. You generally have shit races because you're going from the back or you're through the middle. It's memes. It's always memes. But it's just you dealing with a bunch of people that aren't quite up to pace yet. So even that, like, and we've seen this with Gran Turismo, with the slapping. How detrimental it can be to someone's skill. To just slap all the time, not care. So what do I do there? Like, I get, like, chompy and angry and antsy when it's points, or it matters, or it's on the board, or it's a league. And then anything, and like we barely have any of that. Barely have any of it. You know, we've had the V8, got a GT4 league, had a couple of little mini series, and I've chomped on every one of them. I want to win. I want to do well. I play enough of this game that I should win. That's probably a big part too. V8s got testy because I was struggling to beat a bunch of dudes who barely played the game and they had assist on. So I was getting fucking edgy. Little mini series, I make a mistake, cough up a lead, have to fight my way through a pack, get held up by a bit dodgy defense that other people might admire as solid racing. I get chompy. Last week, nothing. I was comfortable as in the GT4s. But you see what I'm saying? When it matters, or when it's meant to matter, I get chompy. And we're at the point now where we've just been doing racing that's meant nothing for the longest time. The longest time. And it's just been dumb shit or broken shit or fucking glitchy shit. And now we're at the point where it kind of works. And we need this more serious. So I'm like on the precipice of, do I go one way or the other? But genuinely, man, I think I've upset a lot of people. Like there's been a quote a few times. Then, you know, you're so depressing. You're only negative. Toxic positivity. Shit like that. And every fucking time I've wanted to like say you reacted to a bad moment, and that bad moment was 3% of my total stream time in the whole week or whatever, like, and I didn't see you once or hear from you once in that whole time, and I won 97.2 races throughout that, like, just like that, like, you know. And then even the positive content stuff, I put out positive content, gets nothing, and I still put it out. You know, you guys watch it, but the very people who've said I'm nothing but negative have never watched those videos. They don't comment on them. So it's, I don't know, I'm getting pissed off about it, but at the same time trying to, like, the criticism hurts. Definitely hurts. And it's like criticism, it frustrates me because it's criticism that's come from multiple people throughout time that aren't always around, that still don't seem to fully grasp my situation. And I think at the very least, when it comes to this game, I don't think anyone's trying harder than me to just make it work for people and take into account this game, and how much of a mental strain it'll be on anybody to try and fucking keep it going, stay positive with the way this game has been. Immortan, do not become addicted to water. You will grow resentful in its absence. Yeah, but that's it, man. When I'm just doing me, sometimes I'm a fuckwit. And as I'm trying to say, that's because when I'm good and happy and chill, no one cares. But when I'm lit up and cutting a promo and I see the viewers double, people care. So I keep going. And if I feed off of people or have to and fro with people, then it's 100% going to be even more. But like, even when I'm taking the piss promo, like taking the piss, you know, like a couple of people have brought it out with the Aris stuff recently. Even when I'm taking the piss and we're having a joke, the viewership like doubles instantly. And it's just us taking the piss. And then if I'm like taking the piss too much, being too much of a character, too random brained, ADD, jumping from one thing to the other, people hate that. Then I'm too much of a clown. I feel like no matter what, at the end of the day, I should be judged on my racing. And I don't think I ever am. You know, like, I don't think I'm ever, like, just judged on my driving ability. Keeps doing its own thing with traction and ABS and stuff. I'm alright too. I'm just thinking out loud, like, and your timing of saying that I'd have been less vocal lately, like it was, you're paying attention. 100% you're paying attention. Like, even that, like, it's not a criticism either. It's more a worry, you know, like, I'm being less vocal. And my loyal people, or the people I have a good bit of banter with, notice. But then if I lean too much into it, then I lose others, because welcome to being bipolar. Like, even tonight, I didn't want to get on. An hour and a half. The league, an hour and a half. You might have to speak to the bloke though, because like, just connection wise, bro. You might have to speak, like, because we've...
Yellow flag.
It's pretty much like... Well, I don't know, we had an American in there too. You'd probably be welcome. He's got an American in there too, so... And he had a pretty decent connection. Raced really well with us.
Maximum attack now.
So yeah, you'd be more than welcome, bro.
Go for pole.
But 90 minutes. I'll be running lobbies right up to it. This is the track we're doing. 9 laps. I don't know the weather settings. He's got a Discord. He's in my Discord. If that helps, you could hit him up. But I know you wouldn't be a bother to most of them because you're a quick guy. You're going to be driving off on your own. But yeah, I just know that your connection is like one of the more extreme ones akin to us. Oh, I've done that so much. Fuck's sake. Big ups, Orby. Such a wishy-washy front end. Only round 2, bro. 10 rounds too, so it's only just started. It is a very optimal time for you guys. It's WA hosted. That's why it's so late. There's 3-hour time difference between us and WA. So it's still perfect time for them on a Sunday evening, whereas for us it's very late. So yeah, it's perfect for you guys. Perfect for overseas, full stop really. What's going on, Mike? How are you, mate? I think I might have too much front brakes for this. Well, because he's Australian, bro, I mean, I'd say anything over 250, I'd say. But I'm not the, the host, so I'm not judge, jury, executioner type thing, bro. But truthfully, what's raceable, I'd say anything over 250, and that rules out entirety of Europe. The entirety of Europe. I ain't seen anybody from Europe that has fucking under 260. The average connections with America are about 200 to 240, 50. The average connections with Japan are about 200. Other Southeast Asian states about the same. And then the connection difference across the entirety of Australia is about 60 ping. From, south to top, east to west. Unless you're in Tasmania. They got pretty bad internet over there. But Tassie's still very close to me. It's just not on the mainland. I can't understand that, Bruno, but welcome, brother. I'll have to translate that. Is that Brazilian?
Session over. Check and flag this.
We'll see, Mike. Just whatever. Just get in this lobby, bro. I'll be hosting for the next 90 minutes still. We'll see. But I'm not saying yay or nay because I'm not the host, bro. That's all. And I wouldn't want other people's races to turn to shit. You want to get on that for me, Lounty? Portuguese? Someone want to translate that for me? Something to do with configuration. How something configuration.
That's second place. Whoa, we close the pole but didn't have enough speed to take it. Very good result for the team anyway.
Man, I wish YouTube auto-translated. Wouldn't that be nice? Can I can't even, like, copy and paste it on my phone. See? Cristiano Ronaldo. Yeah, I agree, Mike. That's why look at my what I would do video, my fix the bugs video. What's going on, Sparrow? But yeah, that's the whiteboard. The whiteboard that they keep adding stuff to. They need a bigger whiteboard, and they haven't rubbed out any of the problems section, you know?
Them off the line.
But they've got a whole section of like what we could do next, and they just keep adding to that, but they haven't actually added to or rubbed out any of the glitches. P4, P6, GG, bro, well done. Track stars. No worries, Bruno. No, I'd translate it if I could, mate. What was the combo? Yeah, no, the stuff they've been making, it's been like that for a long time, Mike. The stuff they've been making priorities is like the pecking order, you know. I said that in my rant video, like what is the pecking order? Where's the sense in terms of fixing stuff that's broken? But they keep, and even then, like they add stuff that's broken. You know, they force feedback, true force broken. Like the tyres, bro. The GT3 4 thing with the tyres. Like, how the hell they overhauled, like, where was the foresight? Where was the fucking foresight? They overhauled the GT3s and 4s. I guess you can include the V8s too. But they overhaul those classes and the tyres, but they don't fucking think about the wets. They don't think about the wets at all. And they release an entirely new set of tyres for a class, but the wets are faster. Like, even the fact that the wet, like, how hard or retarded or convoluted is their new tyre system compared to the old one, that the hards can, that the wets can be faster than the newer tyre? But how fucking stupid as a developer of a racing game do you have to be to rush out and implement a new tyre change where there's a third fucking set that you didn't bother to fucking change? Like, and then, like, even that, to let it slip. Why? Because they probably thought no one was going to notice. Or they probably thought there was no way in hell those tyres were going to be quicker. Surprise, surprise, the wets are quicker. But they rush out this implementation, this, we need to fix GT3 cars because that's what people care about. That's all people care about. They're going to get on a game and they're going to drive the GT3 cars, and if they don't like them, they don't like the game. Well, what if they want to do a GT3 race in the wet? Did you think that? No, they didn't. They didn't think of that at all. And there's stuff that they do like that every fucking time. Like, so I just... every time. Anyways, I'm not going to go on about the failings of it. I literally just said to someone else, I get sick of these conversations. I really do. I get sick of fluffing the game and saying have patience or just wait, like we're beyond that point. And I get sick of every time we backdate the issues and talk about what's still there and what it, like, this is when we end up in the negative territory that people say that's all I am. But it's also a situation of this is where people start to watch me. They go, this man knows what he's talking about. So these conversations need to stop too. Like, and we can't. If you play PMR, these conversations happen. So yeah, even that. But I'll read all those comments in a minute, guys. Haven't really been able to catch up with it. And yeah, no, I'm not saying in general, like in general though, Mike, that's where we end up. You know what I mean? When people start to, if people fluff the game up too much in my chat and say how great this game is and how it's the best one on console, and I'm like, where the fuck have you been? How many hours you got? You know, like, if they can see past all that, like, fuck, man, like, even for me, you know, and that's what it was for me before they took away the feeling and made the feedback shit, which was another thing that they were meant to be improving, and they fucked up. They released it with a dodgy code. Like, how many times have they implemented something new and it just comes with more problems than it was meant to be fixing? So, like, it's just, anybody who thinks elsewise has fully got their head up their ass, or is getting paid by it, or gets fucking early access and they got to keep their mouth shut to keep that good relationship. But it is a good game under the hood. It has potential, but they need to fix all the fucking problems. They need to stop tweaking perfection. Fix the dumb shit. Fix the shit that makes the game look embarrassing. Fix that. Fix the stuff. Go have a look through my whole short section. Have a look at every single one of those glitches and problems and fix all that. Fix all that stuff. Have a look at all the comments in my short section. Fix all that. And then you'll be going somewhere. Fix all the stuff that's got me just going, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Fix all that, and you're halfway there. But it's a big list, and we're fucking eight months out now, and we have as many problems as we did at day one. Game plays better, feels better, looks better, but it still has every single problem it had day one. Every single problem. So it's like, and they just keep trying to do new things, keep trying to add, tweak, dial in, rather than fix. And I'll never understand it. And then even I understand Aris saying that GT3 is the trend today. But I don't give a fuck what your current today's trend. I understand the reasoning behind getting GT3s good, you know, for the average casual player. But I don't think, and this I take the piss out of it today, I don't think the average casual player picks up PMR to go GT racing, especially if they're a console player. I think if the average sim racer wants to do GT3 or 4, he's going to go play ACC, or he's probably already obsessed with Gran Turismo. They ain't going to pick up PMR based on those categories. Not even the hypers. No one. People that are going to get into PMR are going to get into PMR because it has about 15 fucking categories that other games don't have on console. That's why they're going to get into PMR. So rather than lean on the game's single individual greatest unique strength, we keep trying to make it a port or clone of other sims on the market. That's what Aris is doing. Rather than focusing and showcasing the stuff that they don't have to change. Go drive a GTO. Perfect. They don't have to change them. Rather than showcase it, focus on it. Nah, let's keep changing something that we know in a couple of months a game is going to be released, and that's all it's going to be. We're gonna get that fan base before LMU comes out. It's just, could I be any more honest about anything?
Mate, that's P2, a podium and a great haul of points for the team. Nice
You know?
work out there.
And this is why I get sick of these convos too. Because when I get brutally honest, it's like I work myself up. It's like, why am I even playing this? 100% Tex. 100%. The meshing is disgusting. The meshing is disgusting. The crash physics, disgusting. The icons are incredible. Icons are incredible. And no one gave a shit. Alright, I'll get through these comments now. You want to see my sound settings, Bruno? Bro, there is no sound settings. Barely anything you can do to the sound. Had to turn the music off because they were copywriting me. I don't think there's enough car... I think the sounds in the game are very good. They're getting very good. But I don't think there's enough customize. There's not enough sliders. Like even ACC, even Gran Turismo, you can turn up individual tire squeal, opponent tire squeal, like stuff like that. Curb, ACC, like there's not enough. There's not enough you can do to the audio. Not enough you can do to the visuals. That's how my sound is set up. Yeah, I think it has the potential to be like iRacing too. Needs more of a fan base though, but the way ranked is laid out, how many classes there are in this game, I think it has the potential to be like iRacing. ACC is really the only one. It's making a comeback, at least on consoles. It's making a comeback at the moment. I wouldn't put all my, I've been saying this the longest time too, I wouldn't put all my chips behind LMU because they've never ported a PC game to console. Beam Energy's coming out at the end of the year, but that's not going to be a sim racing game. It's going to be a sim. It's not going to be a sim racing game. I'm not falling for any bandwagon or hype or fucking anything ever again when it comes to a racing game coming to consoles. Like, ever again. Ever again. I'm pre-ordering Star Wars Galactic Racer. That's the last fucking game I ever pre-order in my life. Yeah, brakes. You need to hear the brakes. 100%. That's why I play with headphones too, man. The audio is very important to me too. Like, I have times where I'm like, I'll complain about a certain car's engine being louder or whatever, and you can't hear the car under brakes, and then other times you'll be in a more simple car like this, and because it's a bit quieter, you'll hear your brakes so hard under heavy braking. Like, oh, fuck. Sound is very important to me for racing. In general, for gaming now, but racing, I need surround sound. I need to hear the cars on the side of me. I need to hear my wheel squeal. I need to hear my brakes. I need to hear my traction kicking in when it's available. Yeah, Forza Horizon, bro. Wasn't that a flash in the pan? It is a big franchise. Like, I'll give Gran Turismo its credit back, because at the time with the Forza rush that took over the world, I was like, fuck, maybe Forza is the biggest racing franchise in the world now. But it's not, because as you said, like, it's mainstream, it's casual, it's such a dirty casual game. There's the type of Forza fan who is completionist. They'll complete it straight away. Then there's the other type of Forza fan who's probably still playing 4 and 5 years later. Like, you know, they're like the Gran Turismo fan on Xbox. You know, they'll get on, do the meets daily, whatever. And then there's the guy who plays it for 5 minutes and never touches it again. And there'd be a lot of them too. But they're all like neither of them are really sim racers. Forza's different. It's like the Crew. People who've been playing the Crew forever. But Gran Turismo, as much as I hate to say it, that just goes from strength to strength. Like, the Gran Turismo 7 still pulls in new fans all the time. I don't know how. It's definitely, like, people, like, the gateway to sim racing. But yeah, Gran Turismo very much still has people fucking still playing it. Way more than are playing Forza. Way more. Way more. That fucking game still does like 40, 50,000 people a day. Which is what Forza's doing now. And Forza come out like 2 months ago. Hit its peak at like, I think it was like 800,000. It was insane.
Yellow flag.
But it's lucky to have 40 to 50,000 now, and that's what Gran Turismo's been doing daily for. Even with sport, it was towards the end of sport, numbers dropped off. But even sport could be argued 30,000, 40,000 a day. Yeah, I remember that about Senna too. I do remember that about Senna when he was talking about when he was growing up, how pure the racing was on the dirt tracks in the little go-kart things. I do remember that. And how his dad sat him on his lap, taught him how to drive and explained to him that he must feel the wheel and listen to the car and he must feel the tyres. It's like wax on, wax off stuff, you know. You must be one with the tyre, Arthur. You must feel the dirt in your toes, Arthur.
Good luck, mate.
Man, I really enjoyed that docu-movie thing they did on Netflix. It was so cheesy, but I really enjoyed it. Really well done. For like a Netflix international TV movie type thing. Really well made. The kid who played him was spot on. It's a car collector game, Gran Turismo. That's what I said, like, for a car enthusiast, it's a car collector game. But if you want a hardcore sim experience, you'll get it from Gran Turismo, but only really from the road cars. There's a couple race cars here and there that have unique characteristics and feeling, like Senna's fucking F1. But the GT3, GT4, all that shit is so bland in Gran Turismo. So bland. Always will be. Whereas, like, you get in a road car, like the fucking MX-5 in Gran Turismo has more feeling than the Group 3, Group 4 cars. One thing, the main thing Gran Turismo does well, better than nearly anything on the market, except for probably Assetto Corsa, is road cars. Like, it's the one thing I miss about Gran Turismo. The feeling in the road cars on sports tyres and comfort tyres, so much better than the race cars on fucking racing tyres. So much better. Driving a 600-700, even a 500 horsepower car in that,
Nice work.
on
That's
sports
the fastest
tyres,
lap.
way more satisfying than driving a fucking 600-700 horsepower race car on racing tyres. Way more satisfying. But unfortunately, most of the people who get into Gran Turismo only get into it to do the online stuff, and all the online stuff is GT racing. But also half of the Gran Turismo player base never touch online. They're car enthusiast dudes. They've probably been playing the game the entire time, picking it up here and there. They don't really have the time to invest fully into sim or just play that much. And they probably still think and feel that Gran Turismo is the best, most realistic racing experience they've ever had, because they'll never go past that, and that's okay too. And they're like they're the real Gran Turismo fan. The reason that there's fucking 7 of those games in a franchise is because of those guys, not the kids who jump on and want to get famous on YouTube or want to do sport mode and be the next Rory Alexander. The guys who still play Gran Turismo and do nothing but, you know, test and tune, career mode, setting up their car, dream builds, they're the reason that Gran Turismo still sells millions of copies. The sweaty kids that just do the esports scene, they'll always move on. Like if LMU takes off on console, they'll move on to that. Gran Turismo fans will still remain.
5 minutes to the end.
But yeah, it has lost its way. It's lost its soul. Like the identity of Gran Turismo has lost its soul. The identity of Gran Turismo now is, and I'm not knocking him, but Rory Alexander and Jimmy Broadbent, guys like that. That's the identity of Gran Turismo now. Not the cars. Not the cars at all. And then even when they put yous in, it's not even unique. When they put yous in fucking road, like it's such just sponsored shit. The Toyota 86, the fucking Subaru BRZ, when they put you in road cars to compete against each other, it's not even these, like, the legendary icons that are in the game. It's just fucking Japanese shit that they're paying you to drive. Yeah, there you go, Island. See? People that are after the competitive scene will move on. I get it with LMU. I've looked at it forever. Oh, good, Grumps. It's not for another hour. But go back to bed, bro. All good. Nah, he's not. Kaz ain't Drew's dad. Kaz ain't Drew's dad, mate. He's pompous. I wouldn't say arrogant. Pompous. He's pompous. He's bulletproof. Pompous, but I don't think he's arrogant. He's pompous. He plays it up though. As you would when you're doing as well as he does. Like, he plays it off with class. Because he's, you know, well-mannered and well-spoken and does the deadpan stuff. I mean, he basically created the deadpan stuff, bro. When it comes to a sim racer. Not off the top of my head, I could, Bruno. I'm not that type of coach. But when I'm doing, like, when I'm qualifying and doing laps, like, if you're around tonight, hang around for another hour, watch me qualify tonight, I can talk through some things as I do them. But no, I'm not that technically savvy coach to give advice like that. I drive and speak as I do it. It's something I've thought about doing, guys, but even finding like, me doing videos like that is not something I think I'd feel comfortable doing. I've done lap guides, hot lap guides, setup videos, but me doing, like, tips, not at all something that I would feel comfortable doing. Or feel like I'm in the right place to do. I have thought about, like, live streaming some test and tune type situations. I was doing one the other day with the factory driver challenge where I set up a car on a track and just make it drivable. Just make it faster, get a good feeling for it. Because I can do that, absolutely. I know how to set a car up. I don't know the engineering point of it. Don't know the technical point of it. I load the car, I drive the car, I do a few laps, and then I go back and I look at the setup, and I go through each individual thing and think about what I felt in the car, good or bad. And then I change individual parts in the setup, depending on that. You know, how it felt. Oversteer, understeer, too much torque, distribution, stuff like that. Like, I explain the simple stuff as I go through it, and then when it comes to like actually setting a car up to be better at a track, I don't do enough of it because I never thought it'd be something that people would want to see me do. You know, I'm not a setup guy. I'm not a guru. I'm not a respected. Like, I'm not. I'm really not. It doesn't matter how fast I am. Like, people don't give a fuck what I think about the cars or how I think they should drive.
Great driving, mate.
At least in this community. 100%, because there's people that can have like nothing to do with the game for months and they put out anything and people flock to them and praise their word. But yeah, something I used to do it on Gran Turismo, and I've kind of early days in this game done it in this too, is when we do lobbies and they made changes or whatever to a car, I'd get someone to pick a car, or like if it was a car they were struggling with, and I would load up the car at default, drive it, and then give my opinions and make some changes and then see if that would help. Like, which is something I could absolutely do more of. But again, would it do well? I don't think so. It might help a few individuals, but is it going to help me and the channel move forward? Probably not. Because I'm not a good coach. There are a lot of times in the moment, in a race, where I will like call out something as it's going to happen or before it happens. I'm a good judge of racing situations, I think. I think, like, I've got more racing IQ than any car knowledge. Just racecraft and racing IQ. I can be aggressive, I can be calm, I can be smart, I can be patient. Sometimes. But yeah, you don't just get faster. Practice. Lots and lots of practice. Muscle memory. Consistency. Which is something that I actually like try to train. It's the only thing I probably try to train. I don't try to be the fastest guy, I try to be the most consistent. Find my own comfort zone, make sure it's a good fast comfort zone, and try to run that the whole entire race and hope that the faster people stress their car out or make a mistake. That's generally how I win the races that I shouldn't win, and then the rest of them are just as long as I keep my head down. I want my FFB. I want my... I lost power. Like the whole street lost power. It was like an accident or something because it was a big click. Click, click. Click, click. I went out and checked the box, and there was a heap of people checking that box. Lost power. Unfortunately. Let's come back. Should refresh. Hang on, I'll pause it. This is cooked. We're back. So the internet dropped out like immediately after. Alright. Might as well load up Lexington again because I'll do something else. Rocky Knob? Do a Rocky Knob. With the chicane. Yeah, that sucks. Always at the worst time when stuff like that happens. The net dropping out or the power going. Yeah, I'd say it was a accident. We've got a lot of main roads around us. We're on a main road. I'd say it was a car accident, the way it sounded. It's like the power box surged. Probably a power pole or some shit. Bloody hell, we lost our lobby, guys. Lost our lobby. The time this takes, we should pretty much be setting up for the race after this. Tickled my brain. No worries, bro. That's his Discord, so... I mean, you're already in mine, aren't you? Yeah, I think I'm going to try and get a video out on the overhaul next few days. Try to get it out by Tuesday, Wednesday. Been capturing footage of the GT3s, GT4s. Little opinion piece on the update. A few takeaways. Why is there someone? Oh yeah, it's chicane, guys. It's the other one. I'm in the party, guys, for anyone that wants to join.
Yellow flag. Slow down. Don't overtake. Send it. Let's take this pole.
No, Lexington, chicane. Oh, that connection is horrible. Horrible. Thanks, buddy. This is probably the best the Beamer has felt here. It's got turning ability for days on these right-handers. Oh, until I do that. Oh.
Five minutes left. New fastest lap. Great job.
feels good.
What's going on, bloke?
Chester, how are you?
I'm alright, mate. You tired?
Tired? You been doing the Kingdom stuff?
Nah, that's just weekdays. Just a bit knackered today. For a good reason, but just a bit knackered. I'll leave it at that. Bit knackered.
Yeah. Any new ones this week?
New what?
New drivers?
Possibly. Tech has asked about it. He's very, very good. He's very good.
Yep.
He'd be quicker than me. He's European, though.
Nice.
He's the bloke who just joined your Discord.
Yeah.
He's a legend. He's a really nice guy. I don't know what his ping's going to be like, but I don't think it would be a problem to majority of the drivers, because I think most of the time he'd be,
Yeah.
would be in his smoke. But yeah, he asked about it. So far, I think that's it. But I said, yeah, he'd probably be more than welcome, because I said we've already got an American in. And
Yeah, more the barrier.
yeah, no, sweet. But of the blokes who raced last week, I think I've already got 4 or 5 here in the lobby.
Yep.
Did Kunzo race last week?
Yes.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
the guy from
One of the
Japan?
Japanese guys, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Kunzo, Luna, OGR.
Simba's not racing?
No, he was in with us a little earlier. Said he can't make it. Ash is here. OGR. Necros. I think that's it, yeah, so far for the ones that raced. I could find out about Mike. That's how high. He's in here too. He's another good driver. Probably because of the chicane though, Tim. And different glass. The Porsche's... I mean, the Porsche's cracked here, but not as cracked as it seemed in GTE. Brakes, mate. Just the brakes. I can't believe I've been doing this. It's something I picked up from Drift and his V8 setup. I've been turning up the sensitivity of some of the... Like, I've gone over 100% sensitivity on some of the cars now. And it's actually helped me with cars that I felt had horrible brakes. But yeah, there's like a fine line between like pulling up and locking up.
That's pole position. Great job out there today, mate.
Do you have a weather setting for today? Or just same as what we did last week?
Good luck, mate. You can win this.
Sorry, just on good. Yeah, I was going to go the same thing.
Yeah, so
Seemed to work out alright last week. Tyres not too bad. How are you finding the track?
I like Lexington, but yeah, tyres are a thing. Left-hand side of the car.
Yeah, tyres.
By the time you get into the SE section, and then that real tight right-hander for the last sector, and then the final right-hander, and then the hairpin. Just the right-handers. The right-handers really stress the car out.
Yeah, I tend to get to lap 5, lap 6, and the tyres start to get a bit
Yellow.
squealy, and then they start, if you turn in wrong, you're gone.
Yeah, and if you're counter steering over correct, yeah, goodbye, depending on what part of the track you're on. But if you're in that SE section and you have a little bit of cross lock counter steer, you're going to be in a bit of trouble. And going too deep on the last turn. But yeah, there's definitely a flow to Lexington. Like, I enjoy the track, but I haven't mastered it the way like some Americans are there. I try following some of those blokes who really, really know the track, and you'll see that flow that you're like, fuck, how do they do this shit? You're like in the middle of the turn and they're just effortlessly kind of going through the S's.
Yeah, I can hit high 29s as my best, but holy hell, like I've seen guys doing mid 28s there. I'm like, how?
No, I haven't been paying attention, but yeah, I definitely think it's 29s and unders. But yeah, I've been trying the PMR at a range of courses, and weather settings, trying to just get used to the tyres under the different conditions. Get used to how these PSIs are meant to work now with the new temperatures and shit.
Yeah, it's definitely PSIs are definitely a key.
Yeah,
right now,
they're not the way they used to be. Yeah, they used to be way more predictable.
Yep.
Way more like ACC kind of prior. You know, it was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
simple. You had to look at it and either added or deducted a couple of PSI to get your optimal temp. Like, whereas now it seems like you get to optimal and then it just keeps warming up. It keeps warming up. It keeps warming up. And now also the thing of being able to burst, like get a puncture and lose your PSI entirely.
Yep. It's only happened to me twice, but
I had a pretty brutal one yesterday in, I think it was a GT3 this time. First time it happened it was GT4 or a Monza. But yeah, yesterday, I can't remember where it was, but it was one whole side of the car.
what, both tyres?
Yeah, both tyres on one side. Real bad spin on a curb. I think it might have even been Rocky Knoll. But it was nasty. It was the steering was like literally bent. Car wasn't damaged at all, but the steering was like full bent, like it had contact with the concrete wall of Bathurst.
Yep.
This Porsche's cracked, man. I'm pushing so hard to try and keep in this thing's wake.
Nice work, that's the fastest lap.
Porsche
Keep
GT4.
sending it.
Yeah, it's back to being the metal. Better than the Alpine.
Porsche.
I enjoyed it back in the day too, but never touched the Alpine when that was the metal.
No.
But yeah, I mean, back, like way back, 3 months or so ago, 4 months or so ago, the Cayman was off its head. This is very good pace up the front. Uh-oh. Fucking up to 30 PSI on the tyres, this is not good. Don't think they're going to survive the last lap. Come on, mate. Definitely got warmer as this session went on. I was set up for like 10 degrees weather at the start. Probably like
You had rain come out of nowhere as well at some point.
only single player, not multi. Like, if
Nah,
you put
it's
random weather on before you load the lobby up, yeah, it'll load with rain a lot.
yeah, random weather and five times weather or whatever.
Oh, mate, I'm on times 10 multiplier now. But yeah, the variable weather, I only really notice it, like, in terms of changing from, say, one weather condition to the other in single player. Like,
Yeah,
the only variables I see in multiplayer are, like, you know, so if you're doing an average day, it'll be the cloud level that changes, or if you're doing a hot day, it'll similar thing, you know, like, it'll be the temperature that changes, and cloud cover will barely change, like. But yeah, the variable doesn't really affect multiplayer the way it does single player.
Yeah, I was just qualifying in single player for the week, and halfway through the qualifying laps it starts raining, and then I end up just bloody losing the car.
Yeah, no, it's good. It is better. It's also caused bugs too, though. Like with the AI, they will go into the pits and not come out. Certain classes, like sometimes they won't get on the wets. It's weird. That had to happen with the MX-5s. And then again, we tested it with the 964s just to see if it was what it was. Like, was it a class or was Thai Motorsport? The AI would, like, and I started it as a wet session. They'd go out and do a lap, and then they'd box, and they'd not drive out again. So it was like they were starting on wets, and the game was like, I don't know, trying to send them hards, and they wouldn't come out on hards, or vice versa.
That's happened to me.
Nailed the timing of this race. Fuck it.
You're gonna stay in your lobby, or do you want me to?
I can set it up, but I'll have to start a new one because got a shitload of randoms here. I lost my power just before, man. Fucking.
I've seen that. I've seen
It was
that.
random, like the whole street did.
What, the whole house?
Whole street. I think it was a car accident.
Could have been worse. Could have been halfway through the league race.
Yeah. Bro, I was singing and then it just cut out. I was like, What about you, Mike? You want to come do a league race with us? GT4? You're another one I know I could definitely vouch for. You probably beat me too, but this is run at a very optimal time for Europeans. I'll say that, like, perfect Sunday morning Arvo thing for them. About half the blokes here will be there.
That's P3. You're on the podium. Not quite fast enough today for first or second, but you'll get there.
Right. So, Lexington, chicane, 9 laps, 10 and 10, 5 and 10, 10 and 10. It's a shorter race.
You know, 10 and 10 worked
10
well
and 10,
last week.
yeah.
I'm happy with 10 and 10 every week.
All right. Yeah, gives a lot of people time. All right, practice quality race 10, 10, 9.
Have you got the settings of the picture I put up? Would you want
So hang on, have you posted it again? Or
No,
still
I
just,
sent
you
it to
mean
you.
the same as last week's?
Yeah, yep. There you go, sent it to you, Jester.
Cinematic could nearly work just as well, because you've got 9 a.m. start time.
Yeah,
and
good.
the cinematic is 8:52.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, yep.
Why not? Autumn. September. We can't have Ash's birthday again. Can't have your birthday 2 weeks in a row, mate. And password. Come on. When you select it. Edit. Okay. Confirm. Alright. Well, everything on? It's got assist on authentic, but I mean, it literally doesn't matter with these cars, but I'll put it back on. No, good night. For a few minutes. Do we have confirms for today? Pretty much all here. Blondie, Tofa, you.
I don't think Aussie George is racing tonight. He's had a big day at work.
Ariel Square can't make it either. He's knackered too. Yeah, it doesn't matter though, Mike. Like, if you're here now and you're going to be available for the next 30, you might as well come do it. But don't worry about committing to anything, bro. The points can be for us that know we're going to be here every week already. But there is points. It's a good point system too. What's going on, old man? How are you? Everyone's so quiet, mate.
Early in the morning for me, man.
Yeah, it would be actually. It's one of my mate Grumps that raced last week. He's from the States too. He put my stuff getting up. Oh snap! It is 4:30
I've just
LA.
sent the last batch of invites out.
4:50 LA, 7:50 New York. Damn. Yeah, before 8 a.m. That's too much for me on a Sunday morning. Yeah, well, I don't think I've got any more. That's all right. Everyone was locked in. I'll still give it a few minutes. No, understandable, mate. Usually in my group, mate. But do I have you on Discord? Do we have each other on Discord? But it's week 2, mate, with a capital W. And there's no one here, so. Oh no, it's not in mine. Yeah, it's in the other bloke who's the host. What's your Discord? There you are. There you are. They're better than the 3s. Well, they're more competitive than the 3s. I think a lot more people are adapting to the 4s better than the 3s. And like I think quite a few of them have just more pickup and playability than the GT3s do. I had to make a lot less changes to the GT4s than what I have with the 3s. But I think they're competitive. That's the main reason I've been using them a lot in the lobbies. When I look at the qualifying and see, 1 second between a dozen blokes, you don't get that in GT3 at all. So, but I've been enjoying it. I think they were always a group that had a little bit more flexibility and variety than GT3. Unique character. Like look at an Alpine and then look at a Camaro. They are greatly different fucking cars. Like, and then look at everything that's lined up in between them. They're very, very different cars. Couple there that are just like their GT3 brethren, but not as snappy or violent. Yeah. It's the meta now. Originally the Alpine was banned, but that was before this last update. But yeah, use whatever you want, bro. Whatever you want, man. But yeah, I was going to do a piece on it soon, old man. Try to get one out the next few days about the overall update and the pros and cons that I think have come with it for, you know, all the class overhauls and oh, HSB's hit. Let's go. Oh. couple going in and out, so it looks like we're getting dropouts. DCs. Or they're changing their car. What's going on, AJ? How are you, mate?
You can push now. Let's just see what you got. Impressive stuff, mate. That's the fastest lap of anyone. Yellow flag. Be careful. Checkered flag out. Session is done.
What's going on, Nate? Ah, no good, Christopher. That sucks, bro. His net shit itself, apparently.
Keep it clean, maximum push now. Grab this pole position. Nice work, that's the fastest lap. Keep sending it.
Big ups, Kerry. Legend, mate. Fucking tyres are overheating. Happy birthday, mate. Big 35, huh?
Maximum focus. Let's take this pole. Yellow flag. Watch out for debris.
Mate, get the survivor going because that was some Eye of the Tiger bullshit. Almost thought I was American for a moment.
This lap is...
BMW power, fucking A. I'm loving this car. At times, I still have problems with the front end and the tyres.
A Hawken Jester, mid 28.
That was the first time I've really pushed for it. But there's a lot that you can gain in the S's, man. It's the flow that you can have through there is. There's no way you can do it all the time.
No, the tyres would just end up overheating.
Yeah. That's what I'll have to worry about. I was trying to juggle my tyres then, and one of the setup tips was that if it wasn't the actual temperature, which it really wasn't, it's the setup and the way I was driving the car. I was over driving the car. Oh, good stretch. Ooh.
You got pole. Great driving, mate.
everyone.
Oh. Alright, good luck, guys.
Yep. You too.
Okay, mate, we need to defend pole position. Pressure's on. Keep focused.
Fucking hell, that was ballsy. This is a spicy start to this race.
Nice work, that's the fastest lap. Keep sending it.
Must have been feeling it tonight. No. Tyres, Bono. My tyres. No worries, Ash. Don't stress, mate. Just a fun little beginner's league, bro.
Yellow flag. Watch out for debris.
Oh fuck. Takes a lot of time. This has been a workout on my arms. Quinso kept me honest. Absolutely kept me honest. Yeah, it is so hard to get your tyres. Like it's, I don't know what you're meant to do. It's there's no drop off. It's just heat. There's no drop off in grip and, you know, like the actual tyre wear. It's just heat. You just can't stop it. Like the only way to stop it is to drive slow. Yeah, awesome battle at start with Kunzo, man. That was a ballsy first 2 laps from both of us.
He kept you honest most of the race.
Yeah, he did. He kept it within 2 seconds until last lap. I was struggling badly.
That's P1.
I nearly
Fantastic result for the team.
got caught out a couple of times coming out of the Essies into the sweeping right hander over hill.
Last lap, first corner, spun out. It's always the way. That's some clean driving anyway, so that's good.
It's GT3 and GT4s in general, Nate. But yeah, the GT4s do seem to be worse with it. Alright, GG lads,
Thanks,
I'm gonna
guys.
throw the replay up. Look at all those lobbies, guys. Look at that, mate. It's the primetime Europe thing for you.
Yep.
That's a lot of lobbies. Decent amount in a few of them too. Alright, let's get this replay up.
Alright, Jester. Thanks for that, mate.
No worries,
I'll,
mate.
Talk to you during the week.
No worries, guys. Thanks for racing.
See you, mate.
Alright, let's get this replay up, lads. What's going on, Strons? How are you, legend? Yeah, that's the thing, Kerry. That is the thing. You genuinely, like, get scared of pushing. Like, even just, it's like lap 2, lap 3, you'll get that optimal fastest lap, and then from there, it's trying to just drive, like, fast but smooth, and it's very hard to do. I'm alright, mate. Absolutely knackered now after that, or just in general after this weekend. I'm alright, mate. Been a bit flat. Spoke about some stuff at the start of this stream. Some truths. Besides that, been okay. Just had a few things on my mind. Have a look at it, mate. This was a cracker. I was fucking chomping. Is this not glorious to look at now? Not with me and Kunzo here, it's not. But yeah, that was awesome. Awesome to watch that. Absolutely awesome. Was trying to force him either into a mistake or Yeah, I was just trying to force him into a mistake. But like you say, I back out a few times. We made contact twice. In all that too. We made contact twice. Little taps. But neither of us relented. All's good in love and war. I'm getting good at it. With drivers I can trust, and I can trust their connection. It's always been something I prided myself in, bro. I used to do this on Gran Turismo with a couple of my mates, like just practice. Practice trying to ride them as hard as you could without hitting them. Especially when they're in different cars, you know, you had to really, really understand your brakes. It takes time, bro. Thanks, Bondy. And yeah, you know Stroms. Like, yeah, you were one of them, bro. I harassed you a lot. I mean, you and me with each other. The amount of pile-ups we ended up having with each other because of it. And, like, we just laugh it off, like. But it'd be because we'd be harassing each other. Oh, big ups views. Bump drafts too. You could get away with bump drafts in GT7. And with someone you could trust, bump drafts, you could be so fast. Joel, yeah. That's a few of them even before that. Here we go. Here it comes, guys. Here it comes. So we've tapped there. So this is where I go around the outside. Big ups, Tyson. Around the outside. You know how ballsy this pass is? Because it's the outside of the track. If we make contact, like, I'm going off. There. A little bit of contact, and then I still give him the space. Let him decide what he wants to do. Yeah, it was balls. It was ballsy. Here. And I still held it. And he, to his fairness, until I got my car entirely past him, hit him back out. But it was ballsy. And then to still keep the car under control into here. Yeah, 100%, bro. It is. But it was a ballsy move. Tim had a look. Looks like Tim, couple of tail lights out there, so there's been a couple little bumps by the looks of it. Yeah, how much better has the spectating got? Or replays, like, looks mint. See, I think it's very playable on a controller. I think it's almost pick up and play. You still need particular controller settings, but I think it's very playable. Very, very playable on a controller. Depends on the cars. These don't. Well, the GT3s and the 4s are a bit different, and like your wheel too, Strons. Like, there's basically a bug in the True Force with the Logitechs at the moment on the game. Not the wheel, not the truth, but the game. And some people are, like, some people's wheels feel better than ever, some don't. Certain cars, like the newer classes, are the ones that it's really noticeable. The front end feel, like, if you played ACC, it's probably not going to be that bad to you. You at least understand the feeling. But the other cars are still excellent. All the older cars, the stuff that hasn't been changed or given this new tyre model. But there's a bug in the feedback at the moment on the wheel. Like, there's like a dead zone. Oh, Tim. Nice 360. Look how easy that can happen, guys. Look how easy that can happen. A little bit of grass. That wouldn't have contributed. It's just in too hot. Loses the front. Yeah, gets oversteer. Snap lock. I said it earlier before we started today. I said be so careful about counter steer. Like snap lock counter steer. Before we started, I said just be careful. Like I was struggling from it in the Beamer. Crack and the V8. I've been cracking the shits hard with the V8. With this exact. Lose the front. Little bit of counter steer correction. And then it's just violent snap. Because the feedback's not spot on. I wish I could get his cockpit. Big ups, Nate. And yeah, the dead zone. So like he's catching it now. And then the counter steer kicks in. And boom, he's dead. He's dead. And he knows it a heartbeat. How good is the spectating getting? Yeah, no shit. No shit, bro. You caught it. Mad catch. Kitty litter's doing its job. But to do a 360 and across two different, you know, like off the track, into the kitty, into the grass and catch it. You caught it. Yeah, rough. Rough. And you're doing a proper rejoin too, or at least the best you can. Rough. Yeah, it looked like how high I had a mad climb through the grid. Yeah, it was a good race. Low attendance. But a good race. It's a difficult one. What's the next one? I think Nerve. Yeah, I'll get you into his Discord too, Mike. Yeah, bad luck, whatever happened, Ash. If it's like, what was it, mate? The tyres? If it's the tyres, I completely understand, bro. Like, you really have to, it's different now. It's different now. Like, I was literally the shit. I was so quiet in that practice session because I was Googling so much shit about tyres, bro. Wheel DC. Yeah. Okay. People been getting that too, bro. We had it happen to someone at the start line a couple of times recently. It's caused big pile-ups. Okay, if there's the tyres, I'd understand. I've literally been like trying to fucking find optimal PSIs non-stop. Yeah, I know what you mean, mate. Yeah, I figured it was, Mike. Figured it was. Bro, you should have like seeing the Porsche go through here. It's so stable. You should have seen the Beamer every time I was going through. I was skating. So even there, look at that. That counter steer snap lock. Yeah. Do you get it, Ash? Like me being pissed off all the time, at least. Not just like me, my normal pissed off. You know what I mean? Like you see me on Gran Turismo. Like we didn't have. Like look at Trans Am. You know what I mean? We didn't. Do you get it? Think of how much time I've put in and. Oh. fucking held onto that, mate. That was excellent. Bro, this is cooked trying to look at the right person. Who was that? That was Bush Shook. Fucking excellent. He's a master at losing it and not killing himself. Oh, man. You had to recommit, too. Had to full recommit. Oh, look at this. These boys were getting racy. It was, he nailed it. He got it. Like we've all been there, man. Like that's what I mean about the recommit thing too, where you can't. The longer you lift, you'll die. The longer you lift, you'll die. Everyone else owes us one more Trans Am season, Ash. No one showed up for it. But I understand. Like even, yeah, no one showed up for that. And even the people that were doing it, you know, like they would rather compete in like GT2, GT3 stuff. Super formulas. Came more of the same, like Trans Am, even for the blokes who were doing it. Can't run a series with just a handful of people that want to do it. As much as I enjoyed it. God, I love the Merc. So this is where it puts the cars that quit. Yeah, Lexington. I've never actually noticed it. Be great if we could get a proper spectator cam of him sitting there. Oh, wait, so there's, yeah, they're not even in the right spot. It's weird. Just hanging out, guys. It's totally not unsafe at all. I mean, he's you know, he's in the pit lane. At least he's like close to the truck already for when they want to pack it up. Yeah, you know what I love to? This. Like just having a locked cam. As you do. Just wait for a mate. Is that you, Drew? Yeah. Yeah. Oh! Oh! Oh, mate, what a time to slow-mo it. See that? See that? What a time to slow-mo it. Oh, that's what my BMW looked like going through there every single time. Look at this, mate. Sick drift, bro. Look at it. Leaning in on that front left. He's like, oh, fuck. Snap. That's isn't it? That looks sick. Where is he? How did he hold on to that? Wishy-washy, mate. This turn, the oversteer is so real in that turn when you go into it too fast. And then this turn, you're trying to get on the throttle early enough and it just starts cooking the tyres straight away. Let's till the end. It looked awesome. Beautiful start. from everyone. Oh. So where are these taps? It'd be great if it went through them in proper order. Guys, look what damages his car. Look, he has a tail light. I'm looking for the damage. It is Ash. I'm looking for the damage. There was none. Driving over 3 cones. Cone tax. The way it just like blew. Oh, that's fucked. So wait, did the same thing happen to the Nissan? Oh no, so it did. What the fuck is up with these cones? So the tail lights that they were both missing aren't from any contact with each other. They're from cones. Stay off the cones, guys. I mean, look at me. I'm a great example. Stay off the cones, guys. So, look, he loses the Camaro. Bang. There goes its right. And you, bang. It even bends your wing, Ash. It even bends your wing. It even bends your wing. Oh my god, you le. Oh my god, you le. Aris, Kev, Sora, fucking whoever's in charge of this shit. Cones. Traffic cones, which are usually very expendable in a sim racing game. They're very expendable. Like, they can sometimes get, you know, if you play like ACC, they can sometimes get stuck under your car or kind of get stuck on the front of your car and they'll make a funny noise, but they're very expendable. How the fuck is a cone destroying his rear wing? So that's that. That's that then, guys. Let's retaliate. Can't get over how good that first lap and a half was. Me and Kunzo. Shame we couldn't have a few of the blokes we had last week, because it would have went off if we had 2 or 3 of the guys that were here last week with the racing that they had too in the middle of the pack. Listen to it. Straight up. Even just this is lap 1. Who's this? Who's in the Merc? It's crew. You can hear, like, literally see the car screaming already. Look at that. That Alpine looks cracked as shit. Yeah, all good, Grumps. It would have been a cracker though, I reckon. Like, but it was a tough race, bro. I think for all of us, like, it was tough. Tyres were cooked. 13 degrees. Oh, nice spin. Who was that? Drew. With a lock. God, that would have done a number on your tyres. Yeah, how... Spec this, the replays as much, they're still dodgy-ish when you're trying to jump between people. But the crisp, the frames, the fidelity, the grass, the indestructible cones. Here we go, guys. Chit what? Chit what? Two trailer park girls go run the outside, run the outside, run the outside. Wow. Look at the size difference in the fucking cars, man. Like, seriously. A bit ridiculous. That's a wee little car compared to mine. So that was a lot of fun. Once again. Alright, let's see who's on. But I will be back Tuesday evening. Maybe early Tuesday, we'll see. But I'll be back Tuesday with racing. Some Kingdom tomorrow. Maybe some Lord of the Rings tomorrow night. But yeah, big ups everyone. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. Same time next week. I'll try to get an extra day during the week where I temp lobbies during the week, but we'll see. Because it just hasn't been very worthwhile. Low numbers and all that. Alright, well, gonna continue the football love, seeing as one of them shouted out to me. It's pretty much the only person on. Either a footballer or a gamer muscle. And I'd rather help the smaller guy with the views. So I'm gonna redirect this to him. I'm done. Gonna go chill out for a bit. Go to bed. I'm tired. Actually wrecked for once at the end of a weekend rather than being all buzzed up. But I'm done, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. See you in the next one. GG's.